Welcome to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're jumping into Isaiah chapter 62.
A really powerful chapter.
Absolutely. Our goal is to really get under the skin of the promises here, the vision for Zion, for Jerusalem. It's all about God's commitment, isn't it? This unwavering action to transform it.
It really is. And what hits you right away is the sheer intensity.
Yeah.
It opens with God saying, "For Zion's sake, I will not keep silent. For Jerusalem's sake, I will not remain quiet."
Yeah, no ambiguity there.
None. It's this act of resolve. He won't stop until her righteousness, her salvation, it just shines out like the dawn, like a blazing torch, visible, undeniable.
Okay, so it's not passive hope. It's driven by God's own action. And you mentioned intensity, that commitment is even backed by an oath, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
A very strong oath. God swears by his right hand, his mighty arm. You can't get much more emphatic than that.
Wow.
And the promise is really tangible. It says enemies won't devour their grain anymore or drink the new wine they worked for.
That must have resonated deeply, given their history.
Oh, hugely. Instead, the ones who harvest it will eat it. Those who gather the grapes will drink the wine. And importantly, where they do it.
Where?
In the courts of the sanctuary.
Right.
So it's not just prosperity. It's secure, blessed prosperity tied right back to worship and God's presence. Safe.
Safe.
Yeah.
That's a key element. It completely flips the narrative of vulnerability. But it's not just God acting alone, is it? There's a role for people, too.
Right, which is fascinating. God posts watchmen on Jerusalem's walls. Their job? Never be silent,
Yeah.
day or night. Constant reminders.
Okay. Divine watchmen.
But then it turns, to the listeners, to those who call him the Lord, it says you give yourselves no rest and give him no rest.
Give God no rest. That sounds incredibly bold.
It is. It's a call for relentless prayer, for persistence, partnering with God's own determination until Jerusalem is established, until it's the praise of the earth.
So it's this divine initiative met by human persistence. Okay, moving on. Perhaps the most profound part is the shift in identity, the new names.
Ah, yes. This is huge. It says Jerusalem will no longer be called deserted or desolate.
Just think about the weight of those names, what they implied.
Exactly. Abandonment, emptiness, judgment, loss. But the new names, they're given by God himself.
What are they?
The city gets called Hephzibah.
Which means?
My delight is in her.
Wow. From deserted to my delight is in her.
Quite the turnaround, isn't it? And the land is called Beulah,
Beulah.
meaning married. The text even explains it. For the Lord will take delight in you, and your land will be married.
So it's not just getting rid of the negative, it's replacing it with this deep, relational, positive delight, belonging, intimacy.
Precisely. It's a fundamental shift from rejection to being cherished.
And that relationship theme, the marriage idea, it gets developed even further, doesn't it?
It really does. It uses this beautiful layered analogy. First, as a bridegroom rejoices over his bride, so will your God rejoice over you. That's God's joy in Jerusalem.
Okay, direct divine joy.
But then it adds, as a young man marries a maiden, so will your sons marry you, which suggests, the people returning, rebuilding, finding their home and future in the city again. A reunion.
So multiple levels of joyful relationship. And wasn't there something about a crown?
Yes. Jerusalem is described as a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand, a royal diadem, something beautiful, precious, held securely.
Held by God. That speaks volumes about value and protection.
Yep.
Okay, so we have this divine vow, the new identity, the intimate relationship, and then the focus shifts a bit towards preparation.
That's right. There's a practical call to action. Pass through the gates, build up the highway, clear the stones, raise a banner for the nations.
Why the preparation if God is doing the transforming?
Good question. It seems to suggest that human participation is needed to clear the way, to make the path ready for what God is bringing about, preparing for the return for the fulfillment.
Makes sense, removing obstacles. And all this builds towards a really big announcement.
A global one, a proclamation to the ends of the earth, aimed right at Zion. See, your Savior comes. See, his reward is with him.
The Savior's arrival, that's the climax.
It is. And with the Savior come more names. This time for the people. They'll be called the holy people, the redeemed of the Lord.
So the people's identity is also transformed, linked to the Savior.
Absolutely. And the city gets its final confirming names, sought after, and perhaps most poignantly, city no longer deserted. It circles right back, confirming the transformation is complete.
It ties everything together, the city, the people, the Savior. So wrapping up, it's just this incredible arc from Well, desolation to delight, from abandonment to being actively sought after, redeemed, crowned, and anticipating the Savior.
A complete turnaround, rooted entirely in God's passionate, unwavering commitment and culminating in the arrival of the Redeemer. It's a powerful vision.
It really is,
Yeah.
and it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? What does it truly mean for a place, or maybe even a person, once labeled deserted, to become the focus of such intense divine delight, to be called sought after, something to really chew on?